Who taught you Komomo and Yananum? More fire. Kusasi Mrantie, my brothers, it's a humble appeal I'm making to you. Let nobody be behind you and be buying guns for you guys to kill each other. It is of no use. If anybody brings you gun to go and kill your brother, test it on them and their family first. If they won't bring you development, if they won't bring you peace, so you can develop as human beings, make money, take care of your families, and all they will do is to fuel the tribal tensions for their own parochial interest. You should turn your anger on them. Mampusis and Kusasis come together and turn your anger on the people that they are financing these atrocities. Their families are living in Accra. Their families are living abroad. And they've left you guys to your fate, fueling nonsense because of their parochial interests. I think it is high time that the youth of Mampusi and Kusasi, you come together as one people and fight the common enemy, which is the political class. When we are done, there can always be a peaceful arrangement as to who becomes a chief, who becomes a king.
Abusia for video radio, we are Santini Nasa Baswa, with the type of comment we. Opimso, Nyankwada, Dembeso type piano. I didn't make us Bawku, and Tokwa esi wa, Ekoswono. Nipa omuton sande freno opimso mahama atun sa freno Bawku na nkasa esi wo hene pon betima kasa o metiase opimso mi wasem minti amese wo baso wale type opimso nyankwada minimade kunti amekasa yenhwe video wi won se case ni babonte no opimso aka asem bi 7 years ago an nkomo di ye ne se amanyofo no enema ntokwa ene saa no manoma no esi ewo yene asasi so yenkotie de kopemso kan 7 years ago wape we difo
that sa asumdwe beba sa no kra beba mayimu a efrimu amukuro no amotete MPP ni NDC no mo na mbasa sa ekuro no efrimu amukuro amotete MPP ni NDC mo na motasa ekuro no and the Bawku say Bruno. Party politics no na si anhwe ya attempted any near my woman, empress ya babu obi abaso, obi e cassette ya penny, obi e cassette ya obi, and the anhwe ya Bruno. Party politics na you know, no obi e cassette ya nyonko, obi abaso, and obi ya e brother ya abaso, ya cassette ya, and the say o man. So Obama na say fie na won fa me ye dru fie na no na say na dwuma ya anso ne amonto abentia no. So Obama man be say fie na ko na so when you are Bemon, so Yantia says a gun of 1 2 minutes in Umbia Drew, Yanfa to me, anyone find yet your pet. Someone just says a gun of 1 2 minutes, and I don't have a good way from one as a tree, and I don't pay. One day, Abu Boy, I am a minister near you know, Sadian and Ra, Yasibin Mabunkunta, Sana, Chamus, ever from the Mabunkunta. So I am a swap for the ministers, so then let us go to Sasuna, who will be better from the Mabunkunta. You could hear and I was about Mampanyena ya tu abamana na dawo mamudi anya tumene momfabu ni ani de mano yo so mampanyena ya tu abamana a namu so no mo tumene momfe buro ani ani de mano etien MP president fo no nipa atwa mo hwahia fa atwa kontopo kyerɛ mo so ko mampanyena fo no MP mo atwa mo hwahia no o mo nka no kra ne kyerɛ mo MP nipa na atwa mo hwahia wo ho no fa nka no kra de wo mo pa de nti ye tu fo kra ye ntu ne ye yo
no 17 years ago and opimso kan sa asem mu fancha me pa mano no kokotwa 17 years ago and opimso kan sa asem we alikunti okan me kire wa alikuntia now Bawku youth ene eye mampusi ni omo te ho no omo se ohene okasa omo beti opimso pe ene kasa omo beti minimade kunti amese wo obaso atworo se opimso nyankwada
infrastructure that best describe these bandits as terrorism. Sadly, they have been protected by same politicians and some crook security personnel like Mahama Ayarga and Tredis Oboka and co. Now, the bandits have intensified their attacks on security personnel and threatened some of the various politicians that continue to protect them. These are homegrown terrorism, and if the state fails to address this issue, it has a tendency to escalate to unimaginable level. These are homegrown, we call for calm. We call for calm in the area and advise all to adhere to the mediation process of His Excellency Otumfuo II. Thank you very much for coming to honor our invitation.
To na mom dia beto abontini. Afi type of so nyankwada. Won say ye frade bi animunyam. Say uwo animunyam a anase enipa unya nipa anim adomo a anase enipa hu na so mo ferewo a won say ukasa enipa tie. Omo sori a omo de opemso anim ayefom enkofo omani nso ade wo social ne media no so no e de omani mayefom de asante anim ayefom twitwiri fom because of animunyam a asanteman ekura na opemso piao na edi nanimunyam ataye chinti opemso eye bibia wo eye Ghana ho a ekoyi unmare kuntia oni obia ti asomdwem watra ne best ene obia do obi obeba ne nchebi opemso obi ne nsema no videos ye twagui any pictures ye twagui ebedi ho adanse the rata eye obia ya da papa no enti de me kan nokore somebody mo nanim twitwiri fom na mo kan sem fon de for pem so hui as say ne kai kodu say o ke say obia so no wonye obia no lie anka sem ye si wo boku nka ho na beto nsa afre no mo do pem so anim twitwiri fom na mo kene ho nsem na mo yesi na sante na de no asem a esi wo boku yi no enyo opem so na mbefre na eyo hene ben na mbefre no Ghana ho so mbese nko eye bokongo enko so ho mamo opem so ekroma na nkasa se ono pe ene kasa ombeti mahama se opem so na beti mako obi afro opem so mo sorry a na mo de opem so anim edwitwiri fom ta wo time mebribe no emfa so bie ni so boku kesi ebeti metwa eye opem so pe ekroma na nkasa o mo kom to kwan so opem so pe eno muhia no ho omra no me kasa mo keke. So what I say? Open so piao nyankwada. Se me hu video me re kra ho. The rate o mo ton sa friend o mo tietiem na na bro na na brabo na na brabe kabio na na brabe kabio na say me say ene sore enko totofi wa bi sore na o mo tia bonten e kasa kire opem so za no. Wow. She video na wa fa comment go. Me say kire opem so nyankwada. Piao.
Metua so the workata Ghanaian Times so na medri na ahwe kata na nemu a wode osantehini mfoni e na betu ja wakasa fa boko ensensem no ho asantehini Otumfuo se tutu otosuwe no agiatum wade peni yese an wo beko sani aban esre se wono ankasa mfa na nemu onyam ne nim die nkota akye muwa e ma won siesie boko ahensam ne menteme nwase e ma sondwe emra boko eno osantehini agiatum wade peni yese obeko wode ose e be ye oyo ne mo wo sre se fanfani nyina emanti ase enya adwuma na bodwe kire mra na asundwe ni punto nso nya kwan enyiniti e woboko ne ne mpotamo de bema Otumfuo de sansem ya tudwa no ene se aban mu empanifo bebretu anamo kwo ne nchen ne kwakasaye na de odi mu akotene eyosofo hwe oman banbo ensam so defense minister kasa Ekuobi afe interior minister meche Dr. Edward Omanibuama and afe honorable Muntaka Mubarak omumienu ekwo ene ne kwakasa se aban wode nani a kire man bebre bi ye banbo ndwumanfo sojafo prosifo wo die wo banbo mu ene ba amamre ni ahensie ni aheniemu nsam a ene so waso sante ne se onko boa bi ema asundwe ntimi mranti wade penie so obekọ ne mo wo sere se ne be ya ensei ye banbo ensei asundwe ensei enkabomu na be ma mpuntu abanti wo se fanfan nyina enyanti ase ne moa ema yedie emra boko weyi ayansem wa Ghanaian Times na ediaba.
One major flashpoint continues to be the Bawku area. Only 2 days ago, an incident in a marketplace triggered an unfortunate loss of lives and criminal vandalism of property. I wish to emphasize that nobody gains from this situation of conflict and insecurity. We have triggered the Otumfuo mediation process, which saw all stakeholders participate in discussions in Kumasi on a roadmap towards peace. I'm assured by the Asantehene that the process will resume next week when he returns from his brief visits abroad.
Bani diegu apono so ne bi ene se woni Asante Kotoko hene na ase tutu abebiu esi nkonwa esere na nase na ye bi pen wo san kopiem oboko na woni mpenifo nsi nkonwa sa adwen se ne be na asundwe mapa ebetimi afa na to mapa edi efira Asante Kotoko hene so abona no ho ba se wade atumotie ne nachi kakra nyame ya adom no sa be piem o maga na mu biemu a woni na bedwoko be kwa kopiem oboko na itire ni tire wono mu esi nkonwa se ne be na asundwe mapa ebetimi afa na to mapa edi efira oboko ene ne patamu o mampanyine gina so wo bo asra dwuma Ekuonaba so Posi fonso wodo omase se free cement mo ase ni tu oboko no bambo adwuma komienu na cheso maboaboa enya sampo ankane asemo ya tie free boko no enkebe asemfoforo na ne kwakura mu no ena mampanyine gina so na wode ato omani se bimpedua asan ba bia ya na asumdwenu no emputu enkoho intadehye wo boko se wani abre se wo pempuntuo pa de a wonhwe hunu se asumdwe mapa ebetimi afa ne ntoma pa edi efira se bere nsoso na Asante Kotoko hene na ase tutu obabie bepiem oboko na woto nsa de fra fa no mienu nyina no wodi esi a enkomotwetwe bia mpenifo di beto apono so no wosere se na nanom nhwe na wontie na sopam se na be na asundwe mapa de se oboko wo hwe ni mo no wonsa ebetumi
so ya penyi de se pe de se tuo no kofom ma frère nyina boku ma frère Ekuonaba ma frère Nairi ma frère ethnic groups from Mosifo Hausafo Buzangafo ma frère nyina ni obi a di ko ma me sa twema Nairi no ya renti ne profo women ni pa ba sa be hu me be brother na ya kan nyina ni gusu kakra the mama ya ka tru obi a won se wo munye tuo ni nyina nti stakeholders ni nyina ba na mpa mun ko kan che mun krofo nyina so bia fa tuo no to ye be kan be yina mukumo Mosifo ko boa da bomba fo ko boa Mosifo no ne se bia ayi fo man Mosifo na te ayi wo ayi Bawku town ti ye boa we so ha ye boa na mse ye tuo ni e deku ye pesi ye hu se hwan ne Bawku wonu o timi si hini wo ni ye se na yiri kosi obi foforo wo krom ho na nipa nam se debe ono no na yiri na mepe no nam na naka na no so yaka no asem na etwa Bawku na ni ye ba se hwan na Bawku wo no na Bawku na ba wo ho no on sisi ya de on ye hina ya tro ne di to no wo kopim se be hu se Bawku e wo kusasifo ana se wo mamprosifo ye kan wi ana no so etwa na ye hu na se ni wo we na ya ka che ni wo we na ya ka che na na asumbiaba so yegusu kakra ma ano atuo ni nyina sese de efisi ye ba nyina no ne wo mu wo ayi associations ne wo nyina so ye me aka che wo nyina se wo mu atuo ni ye de ko no bi anya no kan che ne krofo se asem na fe de ye kam ne twa nti no so megusu sa na so kakra be ya ma ayi boko
so wasi Africa mu e kwa ha de wo store enya sa na kan si ni nchen. Any right to say 6 bebo so jeni awako peacekeeping by 6 p.m. now nam former bonti be correct mission improper na mo de nam omo ba sa omo bebo kro no ana sa omo ba sa omo be pattern to kwa dana omo koye no omo de ka na koye omo ko fo obi fie no omo si ye ebi huri fa wall so jeni wo huri wall o ba kro no o ko sa o ko ba kro no wo si oba ni bie we mi a mo be kunu enam ne nkwanti obie ma mo se mo wuram na mo be ye ne mo pe na mo ko mo wuram mo kuna ku abofra me pe se mo bisa mo se akola wonya 1 year akola ne ne ekoso no akola no woni mu dan akola wei moti mi adi tuo abu akola kitu wonya 1 year no akola na mo di tuo no ball no anya bi akola ne kantokwa no wonya be ma na mo be kasa wo be nya be ko wo yo ba nti ade na mo e wo se mo sisi yesa moti mi bia mo ano ka se Mama musika. Eti na mumu di escort mo. Mama mu 10,000. Ma mumu di omu koba.
Eba mama blame mo. Mama blame. Waka akoma so ayi. Na sisi. Edi na pese abani eyema.
Adi me pese abani yema ye ne se. Mahama Yariga. Eni John Mahama. Nyanti ayema wo mu 6 kwesi ni na 00 ne se. enya mo offense o enya tika no motete ma ye di yo eya ya kuro ni ti ene ya ma MPP 00 enti se ne John Mama wa the president na so wo ti uni right Bawku a ene me kai ni se won kai se Bawku fo na de ni si position na wo mu won kai se Mahama Yarga no wan tete am obi ani enye na ho offense enye ni sika na se ni nyuma panti eya kuro no ho abufu hyew enye de yes ama enti me ma 1 week se Mahama Yarga ewa on man nsaso abai ni ntimi nso a o sisa ne nkrofo nko no munja mo polisi enu kusati no so mo hwe se kuro na ebe yi ana se eyeyi se ka military si ni kuro we ma aka by now eye military for na esisi ye se ba no to omoja 3 days pede na si o sisa ni nipa ne nkrofo no soldiers for ni free anko soldiers for na kodi dwama o soldier ni timi fagana must go Ekuonaba be 1,000. Soldier need to be quarter salad, cabbage, atuko, eyuo, esam, se wono de kwa Kumasi. Anya bia mi busa se, ya to kwadu free Bawku de kwa Kumasi. Eyi na kwadu ni free ba ye. Enti ni omu ni ye no. Wo mu yi omu se, ya ba se ye ne mu be ku. Na ya mba se ye be pata. Na fe ye nyu mo putu fo ni si nchen. Na fe omu ni fe si ani. Se sa na omu pe ni dia. Sana yesu yebe kono se omu pen boot to boot yebe kono boot to boot omu pen man to man na yebe kono man to man omu pen woman to woman na adia me pesa abani ya ma ye ne se Mahama Yarga eni John Mahama ni enti ya ma wo mo 6 kwesi ni na 00 ne se enya omu anwo offense o enya tika no motete ma ye di yo eya ya kuro ni ti ene ya ma MPP 00 enti se ne John Mama wa the president na so wo ti uni right Bawku a ene me kai ni se won kai se Bawku fo na de ni si position na wo mu won kai se Mahama Yarga no wan tete am obi ani enye na ho offense enye ni sika na se ni nyuma panti eya kuro no ho abufu hyew enye de yes ama enti me ma 1 week se ma enkotojo Mediation President John Dramani Mahama eni won hu ye mobbo yesu ye se nka won bra no meboa ye no meti yesu frɛ na so ase John Mama ba ye wo ye yi nani amaye ye sire no ye ye mobbo bebi anokra ni wo bia wo mo hwɛ nyame no mo fa nokra ni tu bebi e wo se da ye san so suku Otumfuo so wo kira ye se ahemfo mienu entimi ntina kuro baako so mesere mi busa bebi a woti wo bi bedi hini e ka na hindie ne ho a ebetimi ayeyie saa enti yesere wo mo ye hia justice moto nchi ye nko bebi amma e-bike enye obi a ne benya 5,000 6,000 apaki ne moto ato no akoto e-bike nti yesere ya ye mo kefi hours na ye escort cars imagine 3 days today so just 4 pass abu beru minim ye see it was around 2 o'clock saa be pen 6 omo fa ye fa misiga border ebe pie river bi wo ye fie ni omo gina miami fiti etututuo ebo boys no ye ma na ye wo honom no mo mama won short say mo ko inside mo anko ebe shoot mu nti ntokwa na mba na ye ku bia na ana ntokwa na ye fie no mo ko.
The IGP's visit is rather going to create more problems than good. To say that lay down your tools and that if you lay down your tools, we will consider you for recruitment. It's something that one cannot understand. Why should people, I mean, yes, it is important. In order to de-escalate the situation in the Bawku enclave, it is important that we get all parties involved to lay down their tools. But for me, it will be absurd to recruit people into the security services based on the fact that they've laid down their tools. What it means, that if you do not even meet the criteria to be recruited into the security service, you will be recruited into the security service because you have laid down your tool. That obviously is not the way to go. It is important that we deal with the Bawku issue once and for all. I mean, if we all know the sensitivities surrounding the Bawku issue, so if we are not careful and then one ethnic group lay down tools and then they are recruited into the security services. We all know the chaos this is going to create for the nation. It is simply not the way to
peace in Bawku. And that it is when the NPP is in power that the conflict escalates and it gets out of hand. In this case, they are in power. They must show responsibility. They must show responsibility. They are scratching the surface, yes. The eminent chiefs are showing leadership, but the bus stops with the government. The bus stops with the government. And we expect them to show more maturity and leadership. After all, they have said that anytime they are in power, there is peace at Bawku. Why is it the case? Now they are in power, they've been in power for more than 3 months. And the conflict is getting out of hands. Lives are being lost, properties are being destroyed. The NDC government must show responsibility. So disappointing. But we will stay tuned. This matter, we are going to sustain our interest until there's lasting peace at Bawku. You won't get the minority to make those irresponsible statements to say that anytime one government is in power, the conflict rather escalates. We won't make those responsible statements. Irresponsible statements. We won't speak like that. But we will take them on. And as a responsible minority, we will do our oversight by making sure that they take up to what they are supposed to do and bring lasting peace to Bawku. Our interest is peace and security, protection of property and lives. That is what is key to us. And the NDC will not run away from it. We will hold them to their promises and we'll make sure they deliver on those promises.
About
IGP IGP
almost say a tension I escalate unidentified youths the residents of Bawku Central Member of Parliament and Majority Leader in Parliament Honorable Mama Yarga Fie ama omo seti efie on fire omo atweja tumo ahifie ni nyina this is the information eba security sources ewo northern region one confirm issue na my say unidentified youth set fire to Majority Leader Mama Yarga's house in Bawku.
Setting if ablaze.
That is it.
That is it. That is it now.
And say the first one me buy in America say empanyimfo na omukura otumi no omo otumi no ena omo ankasa japade dije tumo ehye no na wa wotewa ko manuba ana say baba a wo wuni obi a o protect won wonso o life etisɛn
moko champion na fie
police commander fie ya trade to me ahye no member of parliament no anso ye this year o ye this year nya so o ye kroba ono nso etikuro no
na dey example said ni moja ni nyina wo
that is it o ye mamprusi ye kusase ni fie se see a reporter e ban so o mu dija to ma ahye
fie se jane de e ya na de akotomo
say eja on say eja nko ane ade a ye ni na duro ye ni jaduro
eja duro ni nsuo
eti obi catch us o hyewa o trade to tutuo bo obetimi adwane o de sika atwa o obetimi ntwa
bi kura de sika adu
but o trade ato de ana ba o jaduro
hopa
che obi hyewa enhye
say binum gina ijam kom nyina
de dija to so a ngazo ko so jiwa
Wonim na bebe chance free. Oti ase kura. Obi. Mayen kan su su duase. Mo kai Rwanda ntokwa no. Rwanda genocide no. Bawku ntokwa na nyini che no.
More fire.
Obi. Me no kasai. Bawku kwa ni the only place in Ghana. Omoni I think Alabanyo ni Nkunya. Obi. And for the past 25 years, Yamo Modana Jubia from 6 to 6.
More fire.
Ya pass mako executive instrument mako 200 on Bawku fight. Obi? And you best share there. Yaka baby free baby. Idea Kuran and Tokwano. Kusasi for ho, Mampusi for ho, and then Tokwano Kurano, a Yakusasi Mampusi for Bawku Eko. Ana Atra, a Koyanu Mosi for so. Atra, and Tokwano Kurano, a bin free baby or Mumu Ramwana. Mampurugufo wo Burkina e na asie omo be ka de yi politicians no e de role no mu play. These are relevant questions we will ask. E de ntikura na yentimi nso be na yebra joma ma ka asem bi wo se Bawku no MPP e ba ba mu a na ye hey NDC ba ba mu a na ye hey ye be hwe ni nyina. We will ask the questions. E ye den na NDC wo ba mu a enye hey na we kura na NDC wo ba ana asa ye hey it is ampasa ye hey dia e de ntina ye hey. We will look at the history. Obi and political influence. One more finance woman. A two more use very scary. And to Kwana Tra Bedru said, Kobi, yet me enya akukudro, a shooty IGP car. And IGP is begging. So morning a yanti say IGP Christian Tete Yono, Wakoboko, Wakoboko no, and was say Boko for Manantie and for Motumu, no power macho, 10 years. IGP said, Diana Hanu, or power macho say, or Mumfa Trunimuho. Na se do police recruitment or be prioritize womo. So prioritizing them means that or be more first a year right of a year entry. As opposed to it man prison kusasi form to ngo. Metre nam so de nya no kore. Na yentie na ya setting yentie.
To you to lay down your arms, have confidence in us, so that together we'll work and that will bring peace to this area. We assure you that when it comes to recruitment, we'll give the people of Bawku priority. And so we are appealing to you to lay down your arms, have confidence in us, so that together we'll work and that will bring peace to this area. We assure you that when it comes to recruitment, we'll give the people of Bawku priority.
Okay, Govi, I was after all of a sudden IGP aba. Also one cancer. Your video no also one cancer. And I was like IGP, Christian Tete Yono. Wait, okay, Yentino.
To receive the droppers. So the assurance we gave to them is that put down your weapons, and when it comes to recruitment, we'll give you the advantage to participate. Go through the normal process. I didn't say anything wider to maybe to show the requirement, but it looks as if the media is publishing something quite different. They will go through the normal process.
Okay, so Mr. IGP, let's be very honest with you. I know said there are talks, say na me support a dampare, and I find you could see him a a day before there was a warning from one of your guys. Say me oba be IGP me I don't care those things. I'm not afraid. But IGP, and then you know you were very emphatic. Say lay down your arms, and when it comes to recruitment, we will give you priority. Now, the ripple effect of our seminar, what can I say? Yet we are not already. And yes, there be economic reasons meeting omoko. And yes, a combi diwomo. And yes, we see a good. They are fighting based on ideology. Now, IGP say, Sankrofui, Yamomo Quine, Yamanum Kusasi, Mamprusifor, Yamomo Quine, Romo Sambra military, Emera police. Now, for Monsieur 22 years, and may I expect Nomo Sanko. When you decode what he said, we will give you priority. At the end of the day, if Kwame Nkrumah pensu from Kwame Nkrumah pensu. And one must say, Kusasi ne Mamprusifor, and Tokwana ya debadia. No, so Mamprusifor ha, Kusasi for ha, near no more coin ye, Abway ma deban debani why, no dear. What kind of story no? Ebiso na Kusasi for no ha, and the Mamprusifor by ye, Ababwa Mom Contokwa, no way more buy no. Stories na ibri will be a kind of sign. Where more buy no? We mo buy no ano mbeboa we mo nanso na kusase fo no need the structure of ahinie no and na man prusifo na what the structure of ahinie no enjoy and akoye say na afa say na easy Kwame Nkrumah so abrofo yi sakobi anyama abrofo yi be yo omo ba ye na divide and rule omo divide kusasi ni mamprisi for omo tie asundwemo boko anuanom ana omo divide womo ana na abrofo ne one part dealie e womo say oh kusasi for ne complain say anya mamprisi for no no omo ne abrofo ne dealie more and abrofo ne person omo sisinti kusasi for ne do so che mamprisi they are about 60% of the population ama mamprisi for me about 20 to 30%. It's why any idea no. Ano mo si o. Abrafo ne gya ye sa effect yi. Omo divide ye nuanom. Kusasi ne mamprisi for. Kwame Nkrumah nso ba ye. Ano wo ye sa ne ye nuanom mamprisi for no ye se ni ade dia. Ene ma menko hye kusasi for na chi. Na menya omo nso support. Ano omo flame ya political tensions. Obi ya influence our political tensions ya besi newu from Kwame Nkrumah penso na kusasi ni mamprisi fo ntokwa na wo ho abesi ne ho na asase ne dia ho na bedi hene ho na Ekuonaba ho na yesi from 1985 besi ne ya pass executive instrument more than 200 obi more fire afen ntokwa yi bejai enyai ani da so te ho and you busa sadai and to kwanka one kranka political spray come on solve a problem de dara e o kuma say come on solve the only reason o mon solve no if it's a political class no benefit from it and then e behwe mama yarga sedai oni ni nua APC yarga Hassan yarga o mo sedai kusasi for no it is believed say omo ye tilted towards NDC omo so ye the majority and it is believed these are political tensions say mamprisi for no ye tilted towards it is Dr. Muhammad Bawumia so ye mamprisi it wa ye ne ade no omo share the wenye emo if say whenever there is tension there a benefit political class ni bi e ho ye din agobi na a benefit MPP etubaka Hawa Yakubu is it Hawa Yakubu that was the first time we winning Bawku seat Emma MPP more fire na yera Jomama ka asem bi yenkoni entie Jomama asem yenkoni entie Jomama ka asem bi for Bawku or say whenever we are in power NDC is in power there is peace in Bawku whenever NDC is in opposition then there is chaos Kobi me wo yenkasa to we shouldn't fight on political lines yentie
time NDC is in government Bawku is at peace. Unfortunately, as soon as NDC leaves government, the Bawku crisis flares up again. Anytime NDC is in government, Bawku is at peace. Unfortunately, as soon as NDC leaves government, the Bawku crisis flares up again.
Okay, so Mr. President, this is a very reckless statement coming from you. A very reckless statement coming from a statesman. Whenever NDC is in government, and the one domain market for money kase kusasi for the doors to chairman police for, which is a fact. Now so kusasi for the doors on dia, and the more inciting to Kwanwa, and I'm saying MPP wa ben muntino kusasi for the grain say momo ba, and I'm betting me a boy mama come to Kwa. It won't control mama, and the kusasi for all over the country. Precisely. It is a wasamoko opposition, and I'm to Kwabadia, and the one in Nunun to Kwanim. If the MPP near this one and to Kwana benefit no. So kusasi for near tilted towards NDC. And the question wa na MPP wa bemwa on back to a better MPP. And yes, sir. It's Mr. President whenever NDC is in opposition, then and to question a year. Why name flame? One a century. You better ask questions. Obi, and America say a movie away from a year communal fight. The thing keeps on extending. Now it is becoming a full-blown war zone. And I mean, okay, Mama Yarga Fee, Omudi Jatum, MP, Obi. It tells you how baby you do know. The people do not even fear a state authority anymore. Obi, your bedroom pensobia, and every day they are killing themselves. And political class, they are behind it. Yabusa Mama Yarga, Ugobusa Mama Yarga say also, Mema me a Imam Prisini, Mbapa Kusasini, so I'm a son of the soil. Meanwhile, when Timin Kasamen support Kusasi and support Imam Prisi. Mama Yarga is not able to say that. Kobi, and no man no fight anymore. And no more. And I mean, say every day they are attacking people, killing people, and the sophisticated weapons of Muisu now grow. Kobi, attacking people. And I'm not say, yeah, intel war grounds. Efrain was a Kadaje, say, and no free a year Bawku. So, Okwa Bawku is in such a way that the middle of Bawku, predominantly a year a Mampusi. And the extra Mampusi for no Washia, a year predominantly Kusasis. So, before so bet me a free baby, I will be rap Bawku main town. You must go through the Kusasis, and it is presumed. So, Bas Bia Eba. To the main town, it is presumed that a Yeman Prusifo, so they attack those buses. And now, free Mamprusi, a main Bokono so Eurum. It is presumed that Omo Yeman Prusifo, and Nakusas for attacking Omo. So when it is coming to also the vice versa, Gobi, and then Meloka say, every day they are killing themselves. The last time I'm reporting, I'm seeing the part 300. Only me and say because of psychological warfare. It is more than 300, and the security agencies know. They've picked intel on it. But they don't want to say so. You come more Mampusis than Kusasis. I don't want to say you come more Kusasis than Mampusis. It's no more common no see. But question you busana say, a trono mu use no. Why in a toma? And then it's gotten to a point say, Omun say even the #1 chief enforcement agent in this country, a whole IGP, for IGP car no ya 22. The whole IGP of the Republic, the #1 chief enforcement agent of the Republic, and they are 20 culture. I'm say security agencies, Japa, the failure of the state agencies, national security, Japatia, and the acidity, a Yabutinti, and the IGP cow, and yet me and Yakudu. Now, so mobile IGP cow, and your commander in chief for the next one will be John Mahama. More fire. What I say? Kovi, yet me to IGP culture. Kovi, who could do terrorist war zone, Kurana? There are certain parameters you don't cross. More fire. You don't cross them. More fire. So even Oko drug cartels him. Now to say yes, will be even police informant. We do not attack him because when you attack him, you have a full-blown the whole security force coming after you and you can't survive it. It's me to the extent see it me attacking IGP. And this is the failure of the state. It's a Bokono. Imagine yourself for 25 years and cry ha. Yamamo now. Yamamo pie and I go from 6 in my come up with them. Now they choose 6 in my pie. 25 solid years. And political class in your mind because they benefit from it. More fire. More fire. They benefit from it. More fire. The security of our nation. And you have IGP culture. By now, you know Kusasi for any a yeman pussy for. Even say Omuye at loggerheads or Mokontokwa. Anybody who tries to attack a policeman, Omoankasa should be able to bring him out. Hey, and the police for when him say you do state here, Osuma police for say Omonko a Yabokwa, Omombesobeko, because they are attacking the police. And you say the India. No, MPP was no. The vice versa. Mampusi for Ninya back in Benin Diaben and fire him or more attack a year. At the end this year, Badia. And almost back here, Kusasi for Niba. And some who say, I'm so much you, Gobi. And some who say, oh, and you dear me no more. Gobi. Political class, no. On your mind. And then a bedroom pempens was say, who chemo boko. No one any of the party. And yes, a political class in Bisa only Mobia, Samama Yarigo, say Hassan Yarigo, oh, Freno. Not almost commercializing a year the woo passage, you know. It's in there, Missy Etchen war zone. And then to quality me at to the stance. And Yabokon Yaku, Obo Tia Shaiman, or Kusasini, or Shannon Riani Mamprusi, you were Shaiman, on any Obi Kusasi ni wo northwest wo sheni nua Mampusinia one ne ko and then secondary school say what sampotemo kofi wonim so mashase for me camps Mampusi for camp and it was secondary schools and the national security is there they are not doing anything it's becoming a full-blown war every bokonso ko eye Burkina kofi yani atia ne yese border dem omam to there's no border o edidi wa ha dware wa ha no ada ha we girlfriend here we see. Burkina nso na the insurgency esi wo bebre so national security jakwa me no tie yakum immigration for yakum police for yakum and for the past 25 years yanti will be and prosecuting for murder yanti will be and prosecuting for murder the political class is embodying them and then you better to me no say national security for raid and you guys you know say two our use AK-47, M16, AR-15 yande. There is no way on Benya Sikato. Some more political class in this church.
More fire. More fire.
AK-47 you go be. So the political class is benefiting for Bokontokwa. Precisely. Boni wo mutrim. From your margin so beso. Akame hu ye. Say how we don't as part of mediation, conflict resolution. You don't only go there and throw lights there when there is war. You go there even when there is peace, because there should be a systematic continuation of the peace agreement. Say then kusasi for ne mamprisi for bobo ni amana ya national attention. Nanka munu ya no kusasi for mamprisi for moma be ye wo political class ni. Nanka mo shia mo twa picture fefefe nanka ti abeto omo mpere sa because it benefit them politically. Fire them. It benefit them. It benefit them. And then I say, Mamprosifono, although omo smaller group in Ghana, but womu nuanomu bi wo Burkina, womu ye Mamprugu kingdom, a very large kingdom in Burkina. And anu ya Mamprugu kingdom no Burkina. Womu Ekuonaba Nalerugu, and the Boku Mamprosifo penimfo na beshia. E ka kire ne say, so opemema training member from Burkina Faso and na brewomo. And this is not concern to Japa. This is not concern to national security. Mo ye normal. Jomama memu we dey atu mudia go. Mesi Burkina Mampurugu kingdom in Burkina. Omaba. Omo se Mampurusifo na wa hanon so pe bia training omo men na. Omo form mram Burkina. And we sit down and this is a joke. Is this a joke? Is this a joke?
It's a joke.
I didn't say Boko Haram started you. Not East Nigeria. My degree was say I no started. After do baby was a no-go zone.
More fire.
And maybe I don't know. So much me and Yakukuto act to IGP Keltua. What will be the next step? Tomama no Mbuntu. What will be the next step? The only danger in it is that a bedu baby kurano and Yantokwa Nombeku, because they want attention, they will move down south and Omba blast Yoma just to get the attention of the authorities. And national security and the intelligence and Mapeke. Jakwadi onimani se muhuru ne etu asha ne ha jakwantimi nsi fom see ya to national ya to police too by now ya to police too kokomba na number kokomba war JJ Rollins was suma boys do within 2 seconds all the men the able men they run away precisely. So the political class is not ready to solve the problem. They are not ready. Cause a benefit to omo. Mumusa Hassan Yaraga. Mumusa Mama Yaraga. Omo yenuanom. E di entina mudi sa kwa emprenfo kusasi fo anim. E di mampurisi fo anim. Na muntimi call for peace. It's a benefit to mo. E di na munya free mo. Kovi. E di na munya free mo. Ask them. E di political class no. Ana e makwa ma peace ma. Kovi. Omoma peace nso mada ne yenuanom so amie omania ombekọ so akun omo hu say ya ebise we se me na asase ne amdia we se me na me hene we se me na mdi hene we se we dia na we yaba and want to kwa no moku ideological battle precisely. And it's so dangerous that if we don't take steps, and they are menoka say AK-47, Danny for AK-47, AK-47 you, Kofi a sophisticated weapon, a weapon I wouldn't any gas on top. Some me pursue and I pump action. Where you Tony Gasol, it's one at Tomamo. I want AK-47, and I quite the Oman say AK-47 Omoya, near CSA Chanono, Thierry Boa.
More fire.
Why not AK-47 mom? For AK-47 aboba etchero omuni enhwade. And AK-47 aboba ngovi. Sa aboba we see some nipa 10 line. at close range, but me a bomb the community pattern at one close range. One at two, one at two AK-47, AR-15 factual, and M16 factual. Yeah, political class in the Paponifo. Way AR-15 and away M16. Egovi. So when you be at $3,000. Even the bullet about $600. That is about 10,000 Ghana cedi. Now you busa question. The oton kuto, the odia more, or sky to say with political class, AR-15, M16 now more mono. Why in the triaka? We in the Paponifo.
Fire them.
Fire them. Why the tracker AR-15 COVID sophisticated weapons and you use woboko
fire.
Now you know kwa yasa diama we no SS achira oto SS achira oto you busa political class no why the training woman why the train for the cost of the training precisely she trouble boy obi when you use woboko ni yeso kwa omu sili mu ni adi na jakwati ha esemhunu onya nkrofo fie ko semfunu na obi bebusa joma ama se edi enti ne yebeto aba obeka ya yewra joma ama ko promise kusasifo se oba obe create region fofo and ani wo say video no ayemo and you see joma ama is not being honest with the fight okokare I will create a new region I say mo MP okay yenti joma ama yenti
the Upper East region to cover the 6 constituencies in the Bawku area. Ekuonaba raised it with me, and I told him, in principle, I think it's a good idea for 2 reasons. One, for reason of bringing government closer to the people. That's the principal reason for which we create new regions and new districts. And then the second reason is for security. Bawku is a special security zone. That region should be.
Joma me friso. Obwa. When you Joma ye. Also be free region Telegraphic you omo report no. Fatu senior read mo. For Telegraphic report by. Also be free Ekuonaba region. Okay? So it is possible to create a new region in Bawku. Mama assures on first day of campaign tour of upper east. Now them do the friend be a dog whistle comment in political circles. Dog whistle comment is using a certain code language to be able to lure a certain group of people to vote for you without offending the other. So this was a dog whistle comment that your mama made that it is likely. So the intent who could create a region was already story no or say the region will be called what Kusauk region. So Kusauk region means we are going to create a region for the Kusasi people.
More fire.
More fire. We will create a region. And your mama is fueling the tension by this. And like I said, it's a dog whistle comment. And dog whistle comment, or person Kusasi for two of man as opposition against a Yaman position. And that is what he's doing. So your mama should not pretend. Say one way or the other, or person to one end. Meanwhile, you are one of the people fueling it. Through this comment, make creative region so you are saying we will flash the Mamprisi people out. That was a code language to say that we will flash the Mamprisi people. Meanwhile, at this point, what we need is not division. We need cohesion.
Exactly. Tell him. More fire.
There is hypocrisy. Precisely. I will call on Minuanom Ayaman Pusi, Kusasi, and Tokaway. I was older than Rwanda. And the Rwanda came. I'm a Rwanda ye. Still about Koda Soko. And benefiting Grophobia. National security for and benefiting one. Every week be a Yamuses Kadodo bind the Koboko.
More fire.
Every week.
More fire.
The government spends several millions of dollars on Bawku fight.
More fire.
About intelligence gathering, about say yen sobi, and the police they are not even able to go to Bawku. and we sit down as a nation, and the failure of the national security. When Japan Juma, by Naka Japan Quadro, and they will like Japanana, Kamuye Kade, or side down, no, a gringo, a picture now, child. Naka the gringo picture no draw. Chuck Norris. The only one is Funu, every uncle for Fian. Our brand Crofogu, a Yabo, a Yoku, Yemian Mukomo, Ebre, a man in Kola Ebre. I'll make appeal to Miniano. Meaning, appeal will mean anything to you. And fashion, there should be a consensus. And the mayor in the air fresh and yes, until he said to Tumra, I'm a one who mediating. So political class in a full well, because of many a year, a vote to every one. She is sick. Women? No crano dear. Mumia Nina Anka. Mokonto kwana a political class and a churchery. Gobi, what him say Namenoka say, so be Trembokwa, so Pencroft, and one Gado car, no Triomoka. So they are commercializing a tagging. And that is how terrorism starts. My degree, say Anna Boko Haram starting. Betu bebe no go area, and the very day that a police member, I know say small police force one kwa, we drew northeast also more boko, and so no. Yes. Na IGP akwam ye shoot no. Na yet me wo ye kene. Who shoot the IGP car? Are you serious? The whole police force should have been in Boko. Precisely. The whole police force. Now IGP uninspiring. IGP is there begging the people. Exactly. Who should do? We don't do that. Precisely. The shoot to IGP car. The shoot to IGP car. Now we are police in the bed and and IGP says he is begging.
More fire.
Many are kusasi for. Many are mampusi for. Share, Gobi. Me bury as I do Makana, and I am so sure Sule is dead. The way Omukunkumo. Other than that, Nipa Amini, my first point of contact, near friend Suli, or Mam Prusini, one a chair me Minim Sakasa Mekania, Chichan Kuruga, Yanko Sensumra, Chanchan's Wana, Kofasa kind of Yanko Fu, Na a Chamana, Kamena, Chama, one a chair Sakaso. Tidiako Sono, a Yamaya. Political class. But Messeremo. Moses Sante in Waka Samua. Oh, maybe I'm a munchana da pao. Yes, I answer the Amunko Fred, a Domacha Kinoris Nonko. Mumma Domanko. Yes, I'm Mumma Domacha Kinoris and Co. Wajahini and a Binsun Chebi. To Momo Nunikai. Yes, and Modi Santini was your son, where Yamia Boa, a Yamiano, a piece bar, a no movie, I was Raddy. Santinos Wabro, Papa. Gobi, the political class and woman conscience should guide you. Man Prusini Kusasi for Moha. Monsha see and you picture, and your video, and your meetings, and Chairman Crawford is a Moban and Wakabo. Munyani Bonisem, Mama Yaraga, Hassan Yaraga, and the Munian Mamua, Santo Quanamon for Sudia, Monsha see and come home, more organize a groma almost, Naman meetings. Conflict resolution processes. Omunye. For to the point say even northwest region, northeast, western north, when him said most of the areas of Kusasi for Doso, MPP lose vote Wunyana. It will be a shed I could lose Santo Quanim. Kenyam, to Mama ya aware, sent to Quanacoso a buen DC. So, Onya so yes, and your opposition, there was sorry, you are Ben one a year near. Mediate. A do baby a dear munu, nature yachana. Say nipa be woo. We are there nipa woo. We will still come back to the drawing board. We'll come back to the decision making table. It won't try many pen once. Dagger make out as a among Germany pen once. And to quay bay, and your mom ran my bow. Who show videos in that? A man named Colana near Ghana, one near Ghana. And then MP a pussy gay. A MP Baba, a number Baba, one who said, well, you're Ghana in America.
Vice President Baumia is from Mampusi.
Yes.
Why couldn't he solve that problem when he was vice president? What was the challenge?
I'll tell you my story when I talk about dating key points and the tasks that I received.
What is the challenge? I'm trying to find the crux of it and why it is so difficult to solve. Because Akoswa Che, and it is not helping us. Look, I have continuously said, and I'll continuously say, that in the North, we need a development plan for the North alone. You know why? Because they are the next step into West Africa. And if we can develop the North, do you know the kind of business that will come into Ghana? Do you know the kind of employment? Do you know the kind of companies that would want to go up North because of the business in that area? How do we develop the North? How do we have a plan when what? Bawku is going on? Not possible. So something has to be done about it. And I hope and pray that the president will step in. It's not only Asante Hini's responsibility, where it has gotten to. And isn't it ironic that the violence hasn't sunk down south? It's ironic. And people aren't for war. People aren't for any. Right now, the major war I see in Ghana is Galamsey. For me, that's the major war that affects everybody. Bawku hasn't come down. We need to solve it once and for all, if we can. Ache.
Bawku, wow. Me Bawku ni. Omo wo me Bawku. Bawku na me wari. Bawku na me wo more than 30 years how Bawku na me call baby na me trade tachima Bawku. Na akra na me mpe akra ba. So me never be ba akra e bi ma to na ntwe bi na ba akra kwa na di baba. Me be ba akra first kura na ma di ba ye 30 something years and sana me ba akra. Na Bawku ye depa na o mpese o free Bawku kura. Because o fe young boy obe sorry Bawku within from 15 years to 18 years now. Na sika ba don bottom. No ye de o pe bia ye me were very young. Na metimi ko tomoto na me gina me o ko Bawku na o hu me fie me si Bawku na me nyanya politics kura o nde some politicians kura ntimi si sa fie no but because of don Bawku ye there but Bawku asem no ay very simple ay nipa mensa na ma Bawku no up to now Bawku no peace in Bamo. The fuelers, number one, politicians. Because politicians, some politicians, without this conflict, I want to win your vote. I want to win your pay. Me Bawku ni, me wo Bawku, me started about 1992 our Bawku. So I'm telling you, it pains me because I say I mean kan mami wo me or da suti Bawku awo me fie. Last year, my sister where last born. Omoko kunu onu no kunu na kunu. Aja number 2. Omo me anti horses ya. Your last born. Obiati omoko no fie akoko onu no kunu nyina no kunu. Aja smoke too. Now person me do one because me so me need time to be sure. Me to me sorry I can't boys no. Nkora no na ma sunsa. Because what is that? A do say Bawku nde sa we a business bia sa woni tuo wontimi nda ofie. Because sa woni tuo ofie anajo obi beba abe atako asi ofie. Me akwa bi mini nesta mini agima madam for power emosini. Ndura me daho around 12 no friend me say si nde onu mi kasa si no ne fie o ma shi ne fie gra. You see, so they are the politicians pay. Now, Ayarga, so unim Ayarga is a very minimum gontakopa because of Bawku asem no. Because sometimes ntakwane dahwa before election bebano na omusa ye gigi na ntakwane sorry na mininu wo be se si ano Omo tying the hand of the majority leader is tied because the consanguineous no the mother wo wu no man pusini. Mami no na man nufu.
I look, all sites in Bawku are my sites. My father is Kusasi, my mother is Mampushi, my grandmother is Hausa. I mean, some of my cousins are Yorubas, some of my cousins are Bises. I mean, I cut across, and with my level of education, I should be the last person, to be encouraging one person to do. I mean, in this whole saga, trust me, I'm not the most popular in the constituency because each side is not happy with my refusal to go full haul with them in what they seek to do. And I have no regrets for taking that stand.
For almost 2 years, he sacked the mother breast for 2 years. The mother take her pregnancy for 9 months and give birth to Ayarga. Ayarga no nana de owu no papa no ye hene. No so ka mpanyimfo omo di hene wo Bawku. Nana bi adi hene wo Bawku. Ayarga no. So no papa so aye kusasi. So sesi ano na kusasi fo no pese omo bisa Ayarga wo support hwan na Ayarga on back out say me support kusasi fo. Sa na omo kusasi fo no pe o. Na Ayarga so he say sesi ami kasa me be ya panyini. Sa mi kasa mi support one side e be ya masam. So sesi awo here social media the insult omo insult mama Ayarga sesi ano enye insult ketwa. Say adentina won sori nkasa me support kusasi fo. Kusasi fo so wunim said aye den kura Ayarga mama no mo na ewo o support mo aye den but coming out social media loud as a majority leader no to say I support one side of where conflict is unended. Conflict na ewo end no, it is very very pathetic. You see, so we hear say assemble ma say asantehina frɛ mampusi fo no say ono omo edi nsaso kakra me to say after that no obe frɛ kusasi fo so yanana asantehene media me hwɛ anamo a wo 2 year o dissolve yendi matter no menim say onim ahindie no nyina onim both the kusasis and then the mampusis. I know definitely this man will try his possible best to do something because Bawku yewu every day omo social media kura and reporting the exactly number of people that die. A day nipa betima wu more than 500, more than 80, 100. But no mo say no nipa 10 nipa enya na kura nipa timi wu more than 50, more than 40 every day. So say look today. Man put in the car be to our town ebe bolga kusasi for me born to. So enuna aye too much say na man put for so wo wale no. Say 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 nkromfo be free Bawku eba no mo du mu territory no mo bo mu tuo no mo ku omo ahyi omo ka so. Musu mo ka ba wale yesu ye njaka no yesu ye be shika no. You see now where the thing is escalating. So say nye bibi mfa so sa ayinfo nka Bawku asam na hu se Bawku no e hwan dia hwan mu na him ayinfo Bawku na peace no prevail. I'm telling you ya be sorry na you to me nyina wu awo Bawku. I'm telling you Charlie it's unfortunate
with the message you see political actors I see sorry because look nka me solution ba could say the wo kan no obi biara obema promise o ya this o ya MPP obema promise wo Bawku say me ba me mama mo di hene no say nipa no mo to abentia no
yes
because see, what's happening is not good at all.
And look, they want
it's not good at all.
They want they want the government to say this chief, they should go and arrest one chief and forcibly remove him from the town. That is what
I see you.
Western even you west the case.
You know why
chief will be
when if the entire Hamas for
it is a young Ekuonaba, paper for never honour. Near see your pegan hinedi. We are surrounded by all the territory is guns. Would that be possible? That is what is happening in Bawku there. And the people have voted. Some of us advocated for our people Kusasis that look, say MPP bar our government. Omukuye because Buzia town omuji ahini free Kusasi for her. What you say? Edema. Unse Tamomo overthrow Nkrumana. Nkrumah can say tribe we are ruling no. That is what happened. So the Kusasis never wanted to have anything to do with the MPP. But some of us were advocating say Musumun Kogura MPP no more. Namunya leadership so that if MPP win one day, whether we like it or not, one day it could be 20 years, 30 years. So that we also have some of the Kusasis there who can work with the government because politicians only care about their vote. They don't give a damn. To the extent, I was negotiating with my people that okay, out of 6 seats now they be at my end this one. You're negotiating for 2 seats. I am for my MPP permanently, so that we also have a stake in the MPP as Kusasis owners of the place. You know?
So you are doing interbilateral.
Yes. Like I went and followed my big brother Bawku. I followed because of my people Kusasis, because I was promised a region. Anything that will give my people region. Say region now. It means our overlord, Naba Azoka Aburago II, will be the president of the National Regional House of Chiefs. At that moment, it will give us another strength. Nobody will try to say it. Look, the political lack of political will. It is too much. The life of a Mampurushi man matters. The life of a Kusasi man matters. But it is treason, it is criminality, it is genocide. Say because of the other tribes in their own region, no. Kusasis are passing there. You are burning their vehicles. You are killing them, and government is not declaring a national security. Why the government is not.
Why they burning cars and killing?
Because listen, the Mampurushis in Bawku are different from the Mampurushis in Walwale. The Mampurushis in Bawku migrated and came there. They didn't come with their wives. So most of them, their fathers, their mothers, their grandfathers are Kusasis. Are you getting me? It's just like me having my wife's grandmother is a Kusasi. The father's mother is a Kusasi. Mama Yarga's mother is a Mampurushi. Dr. Hassan Yarga's mother is a Mampurushi. Today, all the prominent people at the Mampurushi territory, their uncles, their grandfathers, so there is blood relationship. Bawku, we Kusasis are not saying Semamundihine. Namumbedi Zong House of Ewamohina. Kusasi hine siomo. Other tribes, you name it. What you say? Ada na munkuano, muse mo pesa mo call na nerugu hono na mako dihin na mo ba be di Kusasi for no so. What be that? Meka pepe ni Kusasi ni betimi akwa asante hin ho akoso yese ono na be Kusasi hono mu nyina hin. Eye ne sa. Ah? Kusasi hin betimi abase okwa ya na ho anase akodi hin no di abakusa. Nye ya na etusi ya hin. We are independent tribes. Kusasi belongs to us. Kusasi land belongs to Kusasis. Unnegotiable. Anybody who feels who cannot stay with us, you move. But a rest of them are running away. The Mampurushis are packing, they are leaving, they are going. Bebre free minimum. I mean, free which we want to cohabit with everybody. We have stayed peacefully. But anytime there's a change of government, now Mampurushi for them. Because they were hoping, said President Nanado Bayano. Obeji ahini side Edi amom President Nanado say oko Ekuonaba ho or say I recognize you as a chief because President Nanado ne chambers and representing Mampurushi for during the dispute at the Supreme Court So when he did that, it was disappointment. Dr. Mahmoud Nsukoye Onusuko can said, look, we are me papa of Ekuonaba as ne papa. Or say we now akunyani de So now what is the problem that the military are not able to go and contain those shootings? Every day, any musician can go to Bawku. In the evening, you can use the gunshot sound as your beat for your music. Every day. My father's house has been burned several times. And it was looted. I am telling you, every child in Bawku for the past 34 up to now, Ubakura ucheni tuoto. So that when you die, there is no job in Bawku there. If you are not one teacher training college, one nursing, there is no job there. Today, every child, every young man, what they know, what they trust is the gun in their pockets and their bullets. That is idea. What are we breeding? Look at Accra here. Langas, you know what Accra hanging on. Are they not from my hometown?
They are from north.
They are from north. If they are not Kusasi, they are Moshis. I'm telling you, the Langas in the whole country. And you are not careful. I am appealing to look, I am here, and I'm waiting. If your friend said, if our able president comes to town, John Dramani, ma'am, I'll make provisions to meet him. There are certain things mean teaming can air. And Antaquano so say a business among Crawfordy. So that look, our family, the man pushes. They have divided themselves strategically into two. And about NDC Miano and about MPP. So that when there's a change of government or no NDC MPP no, Trigan Quara and Taquano, Juma essay, a whole essay, they will call them to Accra. When there's another change NDC Abeno, the same to almost every Monko, Accra. I am saying that I have a solution for government. It's two things. It's a national security issue. Sika Esewo Boko Honomono. It can do a lot of infrastructure. Okay? We are the Sika or mine Esewo Bokono. A better infrastructure. There is nothing there. There is nothing in Boko there. And besides curfew Munkodano, there is no solution. Maybe say government through national security. They can declare say this is the issue because there's a roadmap. Say yeah, Gaza to Kusasi for Neokru. National House of Chiefs are recognized. Court in Anamebwa. So the solution is the leadership. Someone government can force them to choose somebody. No, of course you are hineno. What you say? And Amonya, and we are going to relocate you people to Nalerugu. Baby, I'm no. Government can say the way government can take houses and construct road and compensate people without you can't say no. This is also a national security issue, a national asset issue, a national safe life issue. The international community there is war in this country. Oh no. There is war because some of the Mampushes call me and threaten me. So imagine that I am being threatened, make an example, and somebody misbehave, and my boys misbehave, and as we are in the articulator station, who can set up articulator station, what to shit? It's all part of the Mampuch, who can research Ashama. So it can spill and spread throughout the whole country. It can spill. This is a dangerous strategic war. You are not careful. It will consume even at the national level. So government can sit down with them once and for all. Either you follow, or government should tell we Kusasi say, oh yeah, they will move. Government should tell we Kusasi say the Boko area is not for us. I swear we will move. But within 48 hours, we are mobilizing ourselves seriously. I am telling you what is happening. Everybody will go. I'm saying, we will go and they will kill us. Whoever survives, take over the town. Your Excellency, I'm revealing what is happening. And I am part of the leadership that we are organizing that. I'm not hiding. But what is this? Peace. Ade na soja ni afaka. Soja ni e de car bo ranobi. Also amuchino. Police chill. Gente na drive car na sa. Na wa mo for 2 3 days. We see last week oba na yiri da fie. Soja ni e wuri wall. Soja ni in military uniform. E wuri wall akofi ho. Akobusa say oba ukunu wa he. Wasimi kunu ni wo. Me wa the guy hit. What cha oba no kon ene ne mami ensa no. Kwabra ni disikai etwa oba no kon te say soja ni o say military uniform. Omaku me say that is why we don't know. Her soldier for etimi called one area. HSC obi a onye arm. No dimiri wo hu soldier e bia curfew kura na odimiri ka ko mukwa mubekunu ekune maame eku ena abrante bi won so mu say ye free bi silos ye ni anugu mu akora etimi 7 years etimi dwane koto na soldier for na paja etu shed no mu. And then you are well trained as a military. Even OBA shoot to Moko peacekeeping Krana. You retreat and shoot to disarm. Is it directed to the Kusasi people? Yes, because some of the soldiers are corrupt. They buy them. Kill for us. I am telling you without fear. That happened with the past regime. We had one young man, Otumfuo national security car. Now was sister bullet agum. No, they are no mukum krafo. I am saying that the life of a Mampurishi matters. The life of a Kusasi matters. The life of the look, Sawu Kwana Vrongo, Frafrafo, your friends are Frafrafo, Gurushifo, Kanjagafo, what you say? Omunina, Ewa Bolaga, Gurinifo, Musa Yang Kwan, their dialects in the dorsum. They all pass through Wal and we look alike. So they stop the bus, take the people, shoot them, and set it on fire. And it's the responsibility of government to protect lives. Yet, if we call peacekeeping, we are the best. The posted Labadi Seribausa, Taposod,
bana goti te usa ne bana kilete usa ya ken ne ya sumbukso den yanga labar kanga ana ye ti bor dunya la usa wum kaban ye kusa dati bene gomma danda kar ay tinam kusa go solum da ka gomma me ka so fade dala ka dala le kembe mampuru za zano yani ka banok denda togla mfari ti puap ku ni danda ka farlat din zugula ba de kon bor la fala ba du zabara bok dadar ka te gbaya tina isi te da ni nke isi nziere te kon ka kebada duran naba asigiri abogrago azoka the second ko isi opalo titi tizine ngba ko dala ka tizine te da kanisa le bubarma kam lokim menga nar ko mula ko men kan wan pusalem hum plan ka tum ibana kidana na kina nkuti danda ka fate lat din zugula ka tiyele ya man puru ku kwete da badim mi bada kan ka bara morti kur ka fare tela ka temere teda ka puru de soja nam ban ka pem nam joy las norini ne ba la ndoy yale bara palo tipan kam mu sete ka man puru sa kwete da ala kanga kote kanga fati dendani kan war kanga bunyi yangu wansa nasila nila fudaba waidar April 9th 2025 wani kama va police pel lom kena sik ibam term gili kama pusa kweda ala katira mara sambi pala la mpugwari binne kado taba onozal su men kai onozal full pim sakai kata kenga nina ya iti buosi ba wala katimote da kai sora kwena biko wakwe oramultine kiya mukuti buos kandani katane bambe buosi ga pogon kapusa kwa oyok malfo mwete nkuni libai kakoba mpwalembam basa tumdinda kati bore din la gilhum din ka gomma la noko o labar pia ka ani box zabra da gomma la labar ko mori gili mar campaign ye ndis ya power bok dige se ndis la kiya power na kaboyase be ne an ndis ko be ndis kan da campaign ba ko ndis kan rule da te bore gomma la bo wu kadiotum te bore babanyi tinam da ku sa so le mwani la yel sheba kamem kala ta yel ban nam serete ayenne polusa ni soja namba murti kut kamuti pualmer kafat ede kwa yina bote kafaligidi gad mbo puab ni puad walis.
Good morning, members of the press. As you can see here are men and women from the Bawku township. As you can see here, these are Mamprusi men and women, Mosi men and women, Bisa men and women, Fulani men and women, Hausa men and women. We are calling this press conference this morning to tell the whole world, especially the government of the day, the chief of defense staff and the IGP, that what is happening in Bawku here, if they don't get up, the thing will swallow them. This morning we were all here enjoying ourselves when we had the information that the Kusasi boys had attacked two buses that had picked people from the Bawku township, mainly student and market women, at the Ambrose there. Ambrose is a place where the military people are stationed. But the Kusasis had the gas and the military escort to be able to attack two buses, succeeded in killing one person and wounding about 5 people. So we want to call on the rest of the country to hear and see what is happening in Bawku here. We live in the town here. We are equally Ghanaians. We have every right to move from here to Bolga and Bolga to this place. Why is it that anytime the military is escorting people from the Bawku township, the Kusasis would have to block them and shoot, and nothing is being done about that? Today, about 3 military vehicles escorting only 2 buses, and yet they are able to attack the buses in front of a military camp, succeeded in killing 1 person, and then wounding a lot of people. This is the 4th time. This is the 4th time that Kusasi boys are attacking escorts being executed from Bawku township to Bolga and from Bawku to Pulmakom. Why should it be be so? Does it look like we are not Ghanaians? We are beginning to believe that the commander of the task force, the colonel who is actually commanding the task force in Bawku here, is collaborating with the Kusasis. We have every reason. We have every reason to believe that some of the soldiers who are even escorting our people are collaborating with the Kusasis. We want to call on the Chief of Defense Staff. We want to call on the Inspector General of Police. We want to call the National Security Coordinator that, as a matter of fact, immediately the task force commander must be moved from Bawku here. That the division, we know what exactly we can do. We know Kusasis who are moving to places. We know what to do. They shouldn't push us to do that. They shouldn't push us to do that. We are very peace-loving people. We have no problem. We have no problem with anybody. And therefore, we won't sit idle and see people attacking and killing our people like that. What do we have? What is our, where have we gone wrong? So we want to call on the Chief of Defense Staff. We want to call on the Inspector General. We want to call the President, John Dramani Mahama, the National Security Coordinator. If you cannot open your eyes and know what exactly is happening in Bawku here, this thing will become a national problem. This thing will become a national. Very soon, very innocent people will die because as a result of this Bawku problem here. Where have we gone wrong? That students, I have just gone into the hospital. A small girl who's first year SSO, they shot her butt. Why? People who have nothing. Is it everybody who is a chief in Bawku town here? If you want to attack, it is the Mampusis who have a chief here. If you want to attack, look for Mampusis and attack. Not when Moshes, Bisas and Fulani people are going to do their daily activities. Then you attack them and start shooting them. So it is becoming serious that we think that we must call this press conference and set the record straight that the people in Bawku Township are not cowards. We are not cowards at all. What the Kusasi boys are doing, we can equally do that. We are just law-abiding people and we want peace. But the way things are going, this is the fourth time they are attacking our vehicles on the Bolga Bawku Road. Why should it be so? And we have just had information that even when the attack happened, the military men didn't want to fire back. They saw these guys moving on motorbikes with the weapons, and yet they didn't want to fire back. Why should it be so? If they know that they cannot escort us, they should tell us. But we don't have to entrust our lives into their hands, and they will allow people to be shooting and killing us. So we want to make a very passionate appeal to the CDS. I know he will get to see this. The Inspector General of Police and the National Security Coordinator, with immediate effect, the task force commander, we see him to be a very dull person. They must remove him from this place. All the police senior officers who are here must be removed. The police officer just came to the hospital. They didn't even spend 5 minutes. They have left. And that is the end of it. They have left our casualties with us. How long can we continue to trade that? But a word to the wise. Now, if you think we don't have relatives, we have relatives who are in Waluwale. We have relatives who are in other parts of the country. And we know exactly what we can also do. But still, we will still call on the Chief of Defense Staff and the Inspector General of Police that they must do something about this thing, especially the President of the Republic. We have been told that the Interior Minister and Defense Minister are coming here. We are waiting for them to come. We will tell them, if they cannot stop all these nonsense, we will find a way to take care of ourselves. So all the security people who are making this thing worse for us, we want them to be removed. That's all.
If they know that they don't hold this for that, they should go and leave us alone so that we can take our action. We know what to do.
Now, Ayarga, so unim Ayarga is a very minimum takopa because of Bawku asem no. Because sometimes ntakwane the before election bebano na omusa yegigi na ntakwane sorry na minimum but see ano omo tiny the hand of the majority leader is tied because the consanguineous no the mother wo wu no eyemon pusini maminu na man nufu for almost 2 years. He sucked the mother breast for 2 years. The mother take her pregnancy for 9 months and give birth to Ayarga. Ayarga no nana de owu no papa no ye hene no so ka mpanyimfo omudi hene wo Bawku. Nana bi adi hene wo Bawku Ayarga no. So no papa so aye kusasi. So sesi anu na Kusasi for no percent. Omo bisa Ayarga who support why na Ayarga on back out say me support Kusasi for. Sa na omo Kusasi for no pe o. Na Ayarga so he say say me kasa me be ya panyini. Sa me kasa me support one side e be ya masam. So say we social media the insult insulted mama yarga sisiano and yet insult ketwa say adentina won sori nka say me supporti Kusasifuo and Kusasifuo so wunim said aye den kura yarga mama no mo na wo support mo aye den but coming out social media loud as a majority leader no to say I support one side of where conflict is unended. Conflict in war and no, it is very, very pathetic. You see, so we say some way might say Asantehina Fre Mampusi for say ono edin Sasuo Kaka. Me to say after that no obe Fre Kusasifuo. So yanana Asantehene media me hwe anamoa wo 2 year o dissolve yendi matter no. Benim say onim ahindie no nyina. On both the Kusasis and then the Mampusis. I know definitely this man will try his possible best to do something because Bakuyewu every day omo social media crowd and reporting the exactly number of people that die. A day nipa betima wu more than 500, more than 80, 100. But no we say no nipa 10 nipa anya na kura nipa to me wu more than 50, more than 40 every day. So say look today. Mampusi ni car be to our town ebe bolga Kusasifuo me bolo to. So enuna aye too much say na Mampusifuo so wo mu wale no. Say sadia say Nkromfo be free Bawku eba no mo du mu territory no mo bo mu tuo no mo ku omo ahyi omo ka so. Musu mo ka ba wale yesu ye njaka no yesu ye be shika no. You see now where the thing is escalating. So say nye bibi mfa so sa ahimfo nka Bawku asam na ehun se Bawku no e hwan dia hwan mu na ehim ahimfo Bawku na peace no prevail. I'm telling you ya be sorry na you to ni nyina wu awo Bawku. I'm telling you Charlie it's unfortunate
with the message you see political actors I see sorry because look nka me solution ba could say the wo kan no obi biara obema promise o ya this o ya MPP obema promise wo Bawku say me ba me mama mwedi hine no sa nipa no muto abentia no
yes
because see, what's happening is not good at all.
And look, they want
it's not good at all.
They want they want the government to say this chief, they should go and arrest one chief and forcibly remove him from the town. That is what Western even you West the case.
You know why
chief will be
when if the entire Hamas for Entrada on Israel for Entrada no. The woman say, "Ubekwa kokunkum omo papa mu nyina nkola na waja wo omo no. Obenyina betu say ne de me papa. He will go for revenge."
Yeah, that's how Bawku is.
What they say? Inti no Bawku wakum ti say de woke. Wakum ni papa kum ni maame. Abofra no wo ho obenyini. Onyini anu obeto pe he will revenge. Inti nya dia. Inti no for me I think that the political actors must and it's
MPs na mo Bawku no muntimi nkomu krombiem munyina amada ne nkranfo onu oga okemini mo entro ne nada asem a campaign time mo koka kiro mo ensem a mo koka fa Dr. Bawumia ho mo hu sa afa mo nkrofo no omo hu se ensem a mo beka ye nyina no kura bi anim omo so mo twen mo mumra fie na mo konso na mo behu ne etuam me say omo so mo twen mo afi na mo nyina maka nkran muntimi kom krom me say mo ya 6 mo nko mo nya nkranfo no mo nyemo mo kom krom Bawku ensema mo kokeka fa Dr. Bawumia ho eko say Dr. Bawumia e wo Bawku enema hu se tebu na tene ya to aba Dr. Bawumia ne MPP nya 0